Alright, so I'll just run through the steps that we need to take in order to set up our manual retargeting campaign. So firstly, we don't need to set up any custom audiences because when you go ahead and you create your dynamic product ads, you can set conditions within the ad set. So we don't need to create any custom audiences, but we do need to set up a product feed. So a product feed comes out of Shopify and it feeds into Facebook. And in order to create a product feed, you need to have an app to do this. So in the beginning of my training, I recommend that you have Trackify on your store. So Trackify have a product feed builder where you can build it within Trackify and then it feeds into Facebook. And this is what I recommend doing. If for some reason you don't want to use Trackify, then you can also use the app Facebook Product Feed by Flexify. That's another app that you can use to create it. But in this training, I'm going to be walking through how to do it on Trackify. So yeah, once your product feed is being loaded, then you can create a campaign. So let's hop into Trackify. So this is just a test Trackify account that I set up to show you guys how to do it. If we go back to the home page, so we want to go, so make sure you've got your Facebook Pixel ID selected in here, and then you want to go here, and you can assign any default product category in here. It doesn't really matter what you choose in here. I've just set it to mugs. Facebook doesn't really use this at all. So for your Facebook Business Manager, choose your Facebook Business Manager account from the drop down, and then prices and catalog, choose price only, in brackets default. Then you want to go save and build catalog. So once you save and build the catalog, you should get a notification. It probably will take about 5 minutes in order for it to build, but once you do it, you should get a notification in your Business Manager up here in the notification bell saying that the product feed has been created. So if you click on that, you'll come to here. It shows you that, so this is a test store that I'm running on, so I've only got 2 products in the testing store. So it shows that these 2 products have been successfully created. So you don't need to do anything here, I'm just showing you what the notification looks like. So once the product feed is all good and uploaded, alright, so let's hop into Facebook Ads Manager and I'll show you how to set these campaigns up. So the campaigns that I'm going to be setting up is, firstly, I'm going to set up this evergreen DPA, right? But I'm not going to set up these tests, right? I'm just going to set up 2 of these ad sets here, because once you know how to set up these 2 ad sets, you can easily just go ahead and set up these extra 2 ad sets, because it's exactly the same process, right? So I'm going to go ahead and set up these 2 ad sets right now as my evergreen DPA, right? And then in my next video, then I'll go ahead and I'll show you how to set up that winning product variant ad as well, right? So if you haven't found a winning product yet, go ahead and set this campaign up. But like, these 2 campaigns are extremely similar, right? They're nearly exactly the same. So you'll learn how to do that as well. So anyway, let's go and set up these 2 ad sets within our evergreen DPA campaign right now. So what we want to do is we want to go to create campaign and we want to go catalog sales. We want to call this evergreen, we'll call it remark. So I always put R for remarketing, then put evergreen DPA. Evergreen because we're going to run it continuously. So ad set name, we're going to call this is evergreen DPA, then 0 to 2 days, right? Because what we're setting up now is we're setting up this ad set here, right? So it's 0 to 2 days. So we're going to choose the product set. It's going to be from our feed. So it's going to contain, so you want to put all your products in there. So you want to come down here, and from here, you want to tick this box here, and then you want to put viewed or added to cart but not purchased in the last 2 days, right? So this is like basically creating, it's not really creating a custom audience, but it's putting conditions on your audience, right? So this isn't a custom audience, but it's putting conditions on there. So that's all we need to do here. And you can see you have other options here, like added to cart but not purchased. So if you're getting like tons and tons of traffic, what you can do is you can split out your ad sets into added to cart but not purchased as well. So we want to come down to our placements. We want to have it run on Facebook only, so we'll untick Instagram, audience network, and we just want to run it on the feed and right column as well. So right column like usually performs pretty well for me. I can get really cheap clicks there because not many other advertisers are there. I'd never recommend going to right column targeting cold traffic, but on your remarketing campaigns, I definitely recommend doing it. And so on mobile devices is fine. So we'll set the daily budget we've got here. I'll zoom in a bit for you. So the daily budget, we want $10 starting budget. And just start off with $10, and if you're maxing out, you can increase the budget. And so optimization for delivery, right? So we have link clicks. So you want to start off with link clicks. So that's correct. And then, so my bid strategy, I just usually leave lowest cost. So ad name, I'm just going to call it 0 to 2 days, so I know. I'm just going to show you it promoting it from my personal Facebook page. But obviously you'd go ahead and you'd pick your Facebook page that's connected to your site. So we want carousel. We want this ticked. We don't want to show any overlay to our images. But URL, we just want to put yourstore.com here. So for the text, I usually like to start off with an emoji because it's good when you like make your ads look less like an ad and more like a personal message. So I usually start off with emoji and say, for a limited time. I usually capitalize every word because it gets to higher click-through rate. For a limited time, we're offering, well, for a limited time, use the code 10GO at checkout for 10% off your total order. And on the next line, I'd say expires, or code expires soon. To add a bit of scarcity in there. So make sure you go ahead and set up your 10GO discount code. So just be aware that there is a problem with adding discount codes when you're bundling products, because if you're bundling products, like you're using an app to bundle, it will automatically insert a code, so you're unable to stack this coupon code on top of it. So I mean, like, that is a problem, but don't let it faze you too much. I just still put a discount code in there anyway. So yeah, so that's fine. And then you want a call to action, obviously to be shop now. Don't bother about a deep link. And then all this is fine down here as well. So yeah, that's all you got to do, and then you can see it on different placements here, which is all fine. And that's basically all. That's your DPA ad set up. So once you've done that, just go ahead and go confirm. Go continue. I'm just going to pause this campaign so I don't actually spend any budget on it, because otherwise it's going to spend in this account. So that's your first. That is your first ad set within our Evergreen DPA, right? So we've just created this ad set. So now we're going to create this ad set, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to duplicate this ad set and change a few of the settings. So go duplicate, and I want to edit. First I'll edit the campaign name. So it's going to be DPA. Oh, sorry. I'm going to edit the ad set. So I want it in the same campaign, but we're going to call this one 3 to 7 days, right? 3 to 7 days. I'm going to change some of these settings, right? So we'll still select our products, right? Our budget we want is $10 to start off. And so down here, right, we want to choose a custom combination. We want to change this custom combination, right? So we want people who have viewed the product in the last 7 days or added to cart in the last 7 days, but not purchased in the last 180 days, right? Because, oh, actually, you should even be 360. I think that's, you can't do 360. Yeah, just do 180. So yeah, we want people who view the product in the last 7 days, added to cart in the last 7 days, but not purchased. And we also want another exclusion, that is, are not viewed in the last 2 days, right? Because if they viewed in the last 2 days, yeah, they should be going into our initial ad set that we created before, the 0 to 2 days. They shouldn't be going into this ad set, because this should only be for people who have visited the site in at least 2 days. So it's be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah? So hopefully that makes sense to you. And then the placements, we want the same placements that we had before. That's fine. And then our optimization we want to change, right? Because that's different. So the optimization, we want conversion, because it's a bigger remarketing pool. There'll be more people in this pool to serve our ads to, so we want people who are most likely to purchase. The conversion window, I usually leave a 7-day click, because it's a remarketing campaign. and yeah, I just use the lowest cost as the bid strategy. Yeah, so that's it for this ad set. So I'm going to go save and continue. So then we want to go to place order. So that's done. So that's our additional ad set with another ad in there. Oh, sorry, you probably, yeah, you want to change your ad, right? Because you want to change your ad name so you don't get confused, right? So in your ad set, just change this name to 3 to 7 days instead so you don't get confused. 3 to 7 days. You take that off as well. And save. So there you go. There's your evergreen DPA ad set. So if we go back to here, right? If we wanted to set up the 8 to 14 day as a test, right? I'll just do it really quickly for you. I just want to show you how you would, what rules you'd put on it, just to make sure that you're 100% clear. So I'm not going to set up this whole thing. I just want to show you the custom combination that you'd do. So say if you were setting up an 8 to 14 day, let's say it's 8 to 14 days, right? I'm just going to show you the conditions and the rules you'd set up. So you'd have, right? You'd have viewed product in the last 14 days, added a cart in the last 14 days, not purchased in the last 180 days, right? And not viewed in the last 7 days. Yeah, so that's the condition that you'd use if you went ahead and you created that additional ad set here, if you have enough traffic. And then you just use the same methodology for creating this one. All right, cool. So that is your evergreen DPA setup. Now in the next video, I will show you the winning product variant ad creation.